Today is May 3rd, 2021. And I am going to show you how to make a bunch of money really fast. I'm also going to show you how you can lose a bunch of money really fast. And this is called margin trading. And I'm going to show you two different websites at 20 times margin and 50 times margin. And I'm going to show you with Doge, because Doge is blowing up right now. If you do it this week, you're going to see some serious gains. I'm going to do that right in front of you right now. So, I've been up all night working about this. Here you can see one of the first website we're going to work with, BIGOmex.com. BIGOmex offers 20 times margin trading for Doge. Let's go over margin trading in general. I'm not going to explain to you how it works. I'm just going to show you how to use it. Basically, margin trading is magic, okay? It amplifies your gains by 20 times. But, like all things magical, it comes with a price. And that price is that if the value of Doge goes down by just 4% roughly, you lose it all. But, Doge goes up 5%, you double your money. But it doesn't stop there. If Doge goes up 10%, you triple, and so on. It only matters if it goes down 4% from the price that you buy in at. So if you buy at 30 cents and it goes to 50 and then it drops down to 40, you're fine. It's a 4% drop from 30 cents where you bought in at. This is called your liquidation price on this Doge 20 times contract. And the price moves, as you can see here, I've only spent $1,686 on this Doge 2 days ago when it was 31 cents. Today's date is May 3rd. The only time I could have bought in here was April 18th, or 2 days ago. It's up $10,000. I bought in at 31 cents. The price is 41 cents. So Doge only changed like 30% or something. But I have a 600% gain because it's times 20. I made 10 grand in 2 days from $1,600 on that. And this is called Ether by the company Ethereum. But you can do that too. I spent $700 on this and it's up $2,000. So there's 12 grand, 2 days. I had less than $2,000 and I've made in profit, plus the $2,000 I started with, $12,000 so far. And this other website I'm going to show you. And this is, I mean, you don't have to think about this if you know what you're doing, prices. So, here's how you do it. Here's a separate screenshot so you can look at something still. Okay, this was a previous day. I invested $1,387 into Doge, 20 times margin. I bought in at 30.6 cents. If Doge ever drops 5%, which would be 29.35, that money's gone. Now in this picture, Doge is 36.29 cents. You can freeze here if you want to look at my entry price. The current mark price means the current price. And the liquidation price is the price where you lose your money, okay? Liquidation price is where you lose your money. All of it. All of it. All of it goes away on this site. It's all gone. The 50 times margin site actually stops at 80% loss. So you get to keep like 20%. Forces you. Because it's so hard. It's that hardcore. 50 cent Doge is ridiculous. Now, this was a $1,300 investment in like a day. Bought at 30.6 cents. It went up 6 cents. That's like 20%. But my gain was 366%. So I took $1,300 and 30.6 to 36. So I bought in here on the 30th, and then on the first, a day later, it had made me $5,000, and it would have made you $5,000. It would have made you $10,000 if you did 2,600. But the risk is the key to margin trading is to place limit orders, which I'm going to do in front of you. And you want to place this green line is like a buy order, and you want to have this green line at the bottom of dips, waiting to catch a dip and execute an order, a purchase for you because you have USD sitting there for it to use. Let's go over FEMX.com. Hopefully you know how to send Bitcoin. You can deposit any crypto into FEMX.com, any crypto that it accepts. Okay? You would make an account with the link in the description. Then go to assets and deposit and whatever crypto you want to send to it. The easiest thing to send to it would be USDT. That's not the easiest thing to buy. I don't think you can buy that on Coinbase with. I don't know if you can buy that many places with a debit card. But if you want to do contract trading, you basically have to sell whatever you send to FEMX for USDT and then transfer that into your contract account. Now you can send anything to FEMX. So I'll do that for you. I'm going to send Doge to FEMX, and then I'm going to sell my Doge for USDT. And then I'm going to transfer that USDT from my spot account into my contract account, into my USD contract account. You can also just send Bitcoin. Bitcoin's actually just as easy for FEMX, but Bitcoin is slow. It's expensive transaction fees. If you're working with a little amount of money, I can understand. So, you go to assets, deposit your crypto, and then the next thing you have to do is make that sale. So you would go to markets on FEMX, the spot market. You have spot and contract. Spot is the real cryptocurrencies that you've deposited. Contracts are the made up margin amplified gains. It's not real currencies you can send or withdraw. So then you go to your market pair that you've just deposited. So if we deposit Doge, we're going to go to spot and then Doge USDT, and we're going to sell our Doge for USDT with a market order, or you're going to place a limit sell to, wait for the price to be at a more appropriate rate for you or whatever. And once that sells, you'll have USDT and you will go to your assets and make the transfer. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so I'm going to walk you through every step of the way, starting from a different exchange called Kraken, which is popular with Americans. I'm going to send Doge to FEMX, and we're going to put it in a contract account. You can do this any currency they accept. So first step is go to your assets on FEMX and deposit. Here is the list of everything that they accept. If is it not on this list, then you can't send it here. They don't have everything. You can't margin trade everything because there has to be a bunch of attention and volume on it, or it doesn't work. Doge is the D. Now, here's the address. This is if you want to use your camera from your phone. If you're sending from your phone, this is a very easy way to do it. On your computer, shine this QR code, use your Coinbase app or whatever Cash app, and send it with camera. Use your technology. Or if you're just using, I have to add my new withdrawal address to Kraken. I'm going to walk you through that because a lot of you are going to have encounter this in your life. So I'm going to say this is my FEMX Dogecoin address because it is. So now they're going to send me an email. I have to confirm it. As you can see, there's an email from Kraken. We'll confirm that. And now if I just refresh this page on Kraken, my new address should be available. FEMX. I'm going to withdraw I guess 635 Doge. This is Authy, which is a two-factor authentication program. When you add accounts like Kraken, produces a new code every 30 seconds. It's pre-programmed. It doesn't need like an account. It doesn't need an internet connection. It doesn't have to be on Wi-Fi. It's like pre-programmed forever. You can store it in a key. It's just calculated like a little virtual machine. Okay, so now that Doge is on the way to FEMEX. Depending on what you send, different currencies take different amounts of times. But also, you have to take into account whenever you send something from an exchange, like I just did, they're not sending my Doge right away. They're going to send everyone's Doge from this exchange like once an hour in batches, they call it. And then when that happens, for Doge, it'll only take a minute. For Bitcoin, it could take 45 minutes after they even send it. USDT is instant. Doge is very cheap. On Kraken, it's only 2 Doge to withdraw, I think it was. Some places are 50 Doge, has been for a while, and that didn't used to be a big deal, but it is now. So my Doge has arrived in FEMEX, and now I'm going to trade my Doge for USDT so I can transfer that into my contract account and start trading. And so like since it's still May 3rd, but since I've been recording this video, like I think it was like 13,000 or 11,000 earlier this morning. I haven't bought any more Doge, and it's made another $5,000 just recording this video. It's like not even been 12 hours since I started this. So I'm teaching you how to do this right now. Okay, as you can see, when you go to your assets, you'll have a spot wallet and a contract account. The spot wallet is where all your real currencies are. That is where everything that you deposit goes to. The contract account is where you need to transfer into, and it only accepts a form of USD. So if we go to my spot wallet, the only thing that should be in here is some Doge. I just sent it. So we're going to go to trade Doge. And the only thing you can trade it for here is USDT. You can't trade it with Bitcoin or Litecoin or anything. Now, here's the Doge price chart. Just had a huge spike today, and now it's actually dropping from this real short peak. So it's a great time to probably buy this dip on a contract trade. So you want to select the market of whatever currency you just deposited. I just deposited Doge. So I'm going to go to the Doge. You have contract markets and spot markets. Spot markets are the real currencies that you can withdraw and deposit. You just deposited a currency and you need to sell it for USD. You can type whatever you deposited. If you can't find it, I typed Doge because I just deposited Doge, and you can see I have an available balance here of 633 Doge. So I'm just going to sell 100% of it. And you can do a limit order. You can do the market order, which honestly, if you do market orders on this website, you'll get screwed in the long run. So I'll set a good example. I'm going to show you how to do a limit order, which is when price hits a certain point, limit price, something like 42.7. 42.7. This is what's really cool about margin trading on this website, okay? If you take away one thing from this, how to margin trade on FEMEX, it's this. How to set a limit order. You can, these are the order books. You want to type, I want to sell this as high as possible. So I'll just put 43 right now. And it's filled. It's sold now. And I got 273 USD out of that. So now I'll go back to assets. And the only thing in my spot wallet should be USD. In order to buy Doge, you have to have USD, not Bitcoin, in your contract account. So you have to go to contract account, USD trade account, and transfer in. Choose your USDT wallet or your Bitcoin wallet to transfer from, and you have to transfer to your USD contract account. Hit this all button. It's going to give you a quotation because you're technically trading a digital currency USDT tether token for, like, I guess, some digital form of dollars. So now I've just put more trading dollars into this USD account. I only deposited $2,500 into this account like 3 days ago. It's now 18 grand, $15,000, $17,000. Just this, I have two websites I'm showing you. The other one has $3,000 in it. This is $20,000 I've made on these two sites. No effort, 3 days. Showing you how to do this right now. It's very complicated. Now that there's an available balance in your USD trade account, you can go to contract trading, which can be found under products, contract trading, or you can just go to markets. And you have, like I said, the spot markets, which are just normal currencies, no leverage, no liquidation, and the contract, which is the margin trading. So I'm going to go to buy Doge. We have USDT or USD in this account, so we can buy anything, any contract. We could do Litecoin, which we're going to do actually, just to see what it does to our cross margin position. Actually, first, let me fuck with Doge. So Doge is on a little dip. I'm going to set a limit order to buy Doge on a dip. This is how you make money with Doge on margin trading. You place limit orders. Just getting serious. I gotta adjust my headband. Sometimes it's a blindfold. This is how you make money with Doge. You place a limit order to buy low as possible on the dips, okay? Doge is skyrocketing all week. We just had a huge spike here. I'm in a low position down here. So when I buy in up here, my liquidation point is like, getting slowly drug upward, averaged out between the two spots. If you enter right here, this is a dangerous spot to enter. Well, this point in time specifically actually isn't that bad. But yeah, it's all about, the safe thing to do is put a little bit of money in down here, try to catch a dip, and if you get any position at all that survives to like a new floor, then you can add more money. But definitely do it with low limit buy orders, which is what we're going to do right now. You have limit and market. I'm going to spend, I set it at 41 cents right now just so you can see it up here. This is the coolest thing about FEMEX. You can see your limit orders on the chart. That green line just appeared and made a cool little sound, dummy style. You can drag this purchase order up and down the chart real time right in front of you. I have touch screens, okay? I can take my finger and move my limit order up and down finger paint style and make thousands of dollars on the screen just like you can. This site's awesome for that. I love that. And the sounds too. Come on, it's like a game. Don't get emotional. It's just for fun. But so this is how you make your purchases. You leave little orders like this, and you can have multiple. I can make another one for like, hey, just in case, honestly, the whole time you're doing this too, it's a good idea to have almost ridiculously low purchase orders in place, just in case something ridiculous happens and you're there and you caught it. Because you had a little extra change not invested because you're smart. You had it in USDT just in case something super sweet happened. Why not? Like, this is very volatile and very dangerous. Nope. Let's make a second purchase order. So now we have two. I'm going to leave this one like, it's I'll be pretty surprised if Doge drops that low. It might happen for like 5 seconds. This is a pretty unstable position here. So that would be sweet. I hope this one gets bought. This one is gonna get bought because I'm gonna do it just okay. So before this purchase order gets bought, I want you to look at my position because my liquidation point's gonna change. All these numbers are gonna change. I have $1,734 invested, and this is a $300 order. It's 93 shares, and I have 1,078 shares. So it's almost a 10% increase. My liquidation price is 30 cents, 30.46 cents. That's the most important thing. It's not touching that the rest of the week. It's probably gonna hit 50 cents here tomorrow. So let's basically just force this to get purchased by dragging it upward. The system doesn't really let you like force it, but you can put it like right in front of it. This is my job. What do you do? I play with numbers and noises. Come on, BIGOmex. Doing this is honestly better than market orders because, hey, I mean, if FEMEX, someone's got to get screwed and they pick someone. So don't do market orders. That's the noob thing to do. Don't do that. All right. Okay, you see how I'm trying to force it and it's giving me this error? That's there. It picked it up. That's basically them giving you a hedge that's saying you're asking to do something stupid, so we're basically going to take an opportunity to probably rip you off. Press OK. I'm not going to do that because it got it anyways. And when that happens, you just refresh. All right. So now my liquidation price is 31.34. Man, that's a pretty hefty movement for not that much more invested. See, the formulas on this are absolutely crazy. That's how you execute the order. I'm leaving a purchase order in place just in case it drops super low. Now, what you should do is also leave a sell order in place to take some profit. Like I think today's May 3rd. I feel like Doge is probably going to be going up all week. And maybe this weekend, like Friday or Saturday, I'll when it's pretty highest it's ever been, maybe I'll sell 25, 50%. Even if I know Doge is going to keep going higher, take profit. Go do literally anything else with it. You could buy gold with it. You could buy Coinbase stocks with it. You could go start a business, literally anything else. Take profit and go somewhere else. Go do something. Go outside. Let's experiment with cross margin, okay? What this does, I don't understand something about spreading the weight between everything. It's the formulas are ridiculous. Let's look. This is why I'm not going to explain to you how to calculate liquidation because this is the formula. All right? Just watch and do what I do because I'm making a shit ton of money. Everyone is. It's actually not money. It's literally made up contracts of me money trading against a made up dollar. The whole idea of contract is made up, and it's a contract on a made up me money paired against not even a real dollar. This is ridiculous. Anyways, as you can see, let's see how everything changes. I'm going to cross margin. Ether is already set on cross. I'm going to cross margin my Doge now, which you change here, and we'll see what this says in my liquidation. 31.34. Okay, so now my liquidation is lower, which means I have more room. That's a good thing. But my margin has dropped to 18.26, which means I'm going to make a little less profit. I don't understand how to change this. Like, I don't understand how to aim on moving the weight. So keep in mind everything that you do when you change your available balance in US dollars, like, okay, so I have an active order here, right? To buy Doge. That's taking $300 out of my available balance. I have 158 available. As soon as I cancel this order, my available balance is going to go up. That should change my liquidation price. 31.2. 31.116. So it went lower. So if you deposit more dollars and just have them sitting there as a safety net, basically, deeper pockets, more respect. If you have dollars just sitting there next to your Doge, I guess that increases your space. Now let's buy some, let's cross margin with some gold, which is sweet, because I know gold has, okay, gold margin goes up to 100, so if you cross margin with gold, that might increase our margin, because I know my Doge is safe, and I want to leverage it as far as it can freaking go. So, gold just spiked. That's cool. Not a great time to buy. But I'm going to buy some right now just so you can watch what it does. Gold is on cross. Just bought $50 worth for an order. Cancel that, do a market. Alright, so let's buy $100 of gold. Okay, so I went from 31.16 to 31.25. So now the liquidation price is higher, which is bad. But see what I did? Now my Doge margin is higher than 20% because I mixed in with a currency that goes up to 100 times margin. And the only two that do that here are gold and Bitcoin. So now, because my Doge margin is slightly higher, 21.5 instead of just 20, I make more profit on it. The catch is my liquidation price is going to be like tighter, but because I started so early, like I got in so low on Doge, like this is my entry point, 33 cents now. I started down here, but as you buy in, like your entry point gets averaged and moves up. So this isn't your liquidation price. This is your entry point. My entry price is 32.64. That's pretty much what this is. My liquidation price is 31.25. So Doge is all the way up here. Because I'm so low, like I could still, I mean, this looks like a pretty decent floor right here. But it's so new, like it would be dumb. There's no reason for me to. This is my suggestion to you. Like, I don't give advice, I just give instructions. What I'm doing is not putting myself in a position where I stress about this at all. This is too easy money. I mean, it's not money. It's like 3 forms of made up bullshit mixed in one fucking idea. But whatever, dude. Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm keeping a safe distance. Like, I'm pretty much at this floor down here, and I'm not going to stress about this at all. I know Doge community is not letting Doge go under 35 cents the rest of the week. So, I'm not going to add to it. I'm just going to go do other things, like start a charity with Dogecoin. Now, that's how you do the cross margins. That's how you do FEMEX. Let's go over, man, this is probably the hardest video I've had to come up with to explain to people. FEMEX is awesome because it immediately has $200 of available bonuses. So, here's how you get the sign-up bonuses. If you have about $2,000 to deposit, you can get all $100 in sign-up bonuses. The first one is the easiest. If you deposit any amount of Bitcoin or Ether, you'll get $10. The number 3 would be the second easiest. If you deposit $500 worth of anything, a little more than $500, maybe $550, so you can make a trade of at least $500 worth in spot trading. A single spot order that is equal or greater to 500 USD. So if you send $600 in Bitcoin and you sell all of it, that counts. Now, at the same time, you have placed a contract trade of $5,000, but $5,000 is the leveraged amount. So if you are on a 20 times margin, you only need $250. Oh my God. 5,000 divided by 20. Whew. I've been up for like 3 days. Still got it. Anyways, so if you deposit $500 and then you do a spot trade, you get that bonus. Turn $300 over into your contract trade and you leverage something at 20 times, it's going to give you $250 leveraged 20 times buying Doge or something. It's going to give you a order value of $5,000 worth. And you'll get that $10 bonus. The social media one, you have to do KYC in order to get this. Everything that I've shown you so far, you don't need a KYC for. No ID necessary. If you want this $10, you have to do that, and you have to follow them on Twitter and give them yours. Now here's the big deposit. The only way to get this deposit is you have to make a huge deposit of one of these currencies, like $2,000 of USDT, about $2,000 of Bitcoin, 115 Litecoin. Let's say USDT would be the easiest thing to do. Yep. Already shown you how to do those trades. Okay, so here's a page if you want to look at isolated margin. I'm going to leave links to each exchange has their own margin system, okay? Femex does something called, you will see your balance in Femex slightly go down over time. You'll see, even if you don't do anything, you'll see that your realized potential from the day before is somehow in the red, like you paid $50 in fees or something. Like one thing Femex does is it has a pool of insurance. So that if there's a huge price spike and like people make orders faster than the software can comprehend, and somehow someone rips off the system, that means someone got ripped off. And instead of that one person getting ripped off, all of us pay a fee called insurance. So no one ever gets screwed hard, I guess. Every site's different. There's barely any rules to this shit. Like, consider yourself a pirate out in the waters right now, okay? You can collect all the treasure you want, but if your boat sinks, no one gives a shit because you shouldn't have been out there to begin with. Okay? This is the same stuff, different century. Now, man. Now that you understand 20 times margin and how easy that is to lose your money, let's look at 50. First, just make an account with the second link in the description at that Mexican site called BIGOMex. All right, I deposited balance history. Let's look. So I guess here is like my trade history. I think I deposited $500 or $300 into the site, and there's $2,000 in it. The 30th. So in the last 3 days. So this is a very similar site, but it's actually a lot more. It's much more intense, and it's actually much more of a game feel. I think what you would have to do, their Bitcoin is down to deposit, so you need to either send them ETH. You could send them Ripple XRP. That's a very fast, fee-free thing to send. These two tokens require a second, like a memo when you send them, so people find that hard. USDT is in most exchanges, but it's like a $40 fee sometimes. So more than likely, hopefully you don't get confused on what you're seeing here. More than likely, you're going to be sending an ERC20 token, and that address usually starts with a 0. It's an Ether address. It should look, if you have an Ether wallet where from wherever you're sending, it should be the same address as your Ether address, an ERC20. Please don't get confused on that. If you don't know what the fuck you're doing, probably should be margin trading. But I'm going to show you how to anyways. So, let's say I deposited my USDT, because I did, and now I have $3,000 in this site. This site automatically sells your shit for you. Okay? It's a 50 times margin trade, but it limits you at 500%. It stops you. The most you can gain is 5 times. Okay, so here's Doge. We had a huge spike, and we kind of, leveled out. We're at our new floor. So guess what? Time to invest, bitches. $500 at 50 times margin. And hopefully, if this goes up, this just turns green. Now this is not a great time to buy. Okay, to set a good example for you, this is what you should do at a more usual time. This week is pretty much just going to the moon, test flight, basically. No, we know it's going up, but this is what I should be doing. Making a limit order somewhere. See how there's a dip already at this new floor? It should be somewhere, I should set a price somewhere around there, which was 42.7. Now you can also, I didn't go over this, you can short, which means you're betting on the price going down. So, and I mean, you can sit, like if you're at work, man, this site is crazy. This site will drive you crazy. You can have this on the background when you're at work, and you can stop it and start it anytime you want. And like you see, this is basically its sell order, okay? If it loses 80%, if it drops basically at a 50 times margin, if it drops 2.5%, you lose everything. This website forces you to stop loss at 80%. So you only get to actually drop 2%. If you invest $1,000 in Doge and it drops 2%, you're going to have $200 left and it automatically sells for you. If you invest $1,000 in Doge, 50 times margin, and it goes up 2.5%, you have $2,000 now. If it goes up like 15% or something, no, if it goes up 10%, you're going to have a 500% gain and it automatically sells for you. Now, one thing you can do to save yourself some stress, okay? Let's say you want to make some quick for sure gains. I know for a fact this is gonna make me a 10% gain within an hour. So I can tell this to sell at a price of 44 cents. Because I know it's gonna hit it, and I want to go hang out with my girlfriend or whatever and not stress. I'm working actually somewhere. Like this stuff, like it's so easy to make money. It's also easy to lose money. So like stay on the easy side of the good part. Don't be dumb. This is training for dumb people, but you can be smarter now because you watched. Look how much money I made. I didn't even try. Like I was literally getting set up. This whole Doge thing, this position is actually a spot to have for later. This is me just getting started on Doge for like June, when I know it's going to be like, I mean, I thought it was going to be over 50 cents in June, but I guess we're just going to do that today because it's 43 now. God, I hope you buy. It's May 3rd. Man, I've literally made $5,000 just like since. If you see this video and it's May 3rd week, click the links, make your deposits. Buy some Doge, bro. This is... I'm going outside. You're welcome.